Hey, so this is called my blush confession video just because there are two major things that I want to talk about. Despite the fact that I make makeup videos here on YouTube, I only own three blushes, and I don't think anybody would assume that coming from someone who puts up makeup videos, because I think most of the people on here in the makeup community have a whole like crap ton of makeup, a whole crap ton of blushes. Um, and only have three. And you know what those three are if you've been watching my videos, but in case you're new or haven't seen any of my previous videos, these are the three blushes that I own. They're all from NARS. This one here is called Matahari, and it's not showing up quite true to color. It's a deeper pink than it's coming across the screen. On camera, it looks a lot lighter than it actually is in person. The one in the middle is called Exhibit A, and every time I see a description of it, people describe it as like orange or like an orangey red. To me, it's just a red blush basically, and that's the one I wear most often just because it gives you a really natural look. Because a lot of times I think blush should just look like somebody pinched your cheeks, or I don't know, you heard a dirty joke and you're blushing. So that's the one that I like because it gives you that natural blush look to your face. So that's the one I wear most often. And then this one here, this orange shimmery one, or what the only one with shimmer, is Taj Mahal, and this one just kind of gives me like a sun-kissed look to my face, or just like the sun is hitting me wherever I apply this blush. And so I don't wear this one as often just because it has shimmer in it, and I'm not a fan of shimmer. But if I could find this color without shimmer in it, that would be amazing. Um, but I don't own any other blushes just because every time I go and look at blushes, it's just another shade of pink, but on my face, I think it's going to look the same. So why have 10 pink blushes when nobody else is going to be able to tell the difference, because it's just going to look like pink blush. So that's my logic behind it. And all three of these, I've used these for over a year, and I haven't hit paint on any. Matter of fact, they look almost new, and I think that's just because the pigmentation on these is so great that you only need a tiny amount, so a little bit goes a long way. And so, I mean, for over a year, I've been rotating between three blushes, and you can't even tell that I made a dent in them. So, that was the number one thing I want to talk about. Number two, before I talk about anything else, because this is really bothering me, like right here on this lash, it looks like there's like glue or something on here, but I just want to get up close and show you that there's nothing on here. I think it's the lighting, or maybe since it's the gold shadow, maybe there's some gold shadow here or something that got in the eyelash glue. I don't know, but I just want to show you that there's nothing on there, and I do know how to put on false lashes. So I'm not retarded. That just, to me, it just looks like something is there when it's not. So just wanted to get that before somebody in the comments calls me out on that. So we've covered that. Moving on. The second thing that I want to talk about is something that a lot of other people have already discussed, but I didn't believe it until I actually tested it out for myself, and it really worked. So in case somebody else is a non-believer like I used to be, I just wanted to make a video and put it out there so maybe somebody else will see the light, like I recently did. So cream blushes seem to be really popular right now, or at least they started becoming popular like months ago, but I never got any, mostly because my face gets oily throughout the day, so I didn't want another cream product on my face. I wear liquid foundation, but I really don't use any other cream or liquid products on my face. And I'd heard that the cream blushes would um, make your blush last longer, but I thought I didn't need that because I already use good quality blushes. I don't use like cheap blush. So I'm like, oh, that really shouldn't make a difference because, my blush lasts as long as it possibly can, since it's a good blush to start with. And I'll do a swipe of each of these blushes just so that you can see the pigmentation on them. So this was like a swipe of each of the three. That's Matahari, Exhibit A, and Taj Mahal. So you wouldn't need a lot on your face, as you can see. But by the end of the night, I would definitely notice that my blush didn't look as vibrant as it had when I first applied it in the morning. It's a cream color base from MAC. It's called Movie Star Red because I thought I could wear it as a cream eyeshadow. And on camera, I don't think it's showing up as a true red, but in person, it's definitely a true red. So I was super excited when I saw this because I was like, yes, my red eyeshadow that I've been looking for. But then and I also ordered this one as well. It's called Madly Magenta. And when I got them in the mail, there was a little insert that said they're not eye safe and they're not lip safe. Although I've seen some tutorials where people put them on their eyes. I'm not going to do that just because I already, I can't see, well, a little bit I can, but I wear contacts and I only have two eyes, so I don't want to mess those up or stain my eyelids or anything like that. So if you can't wear them on your eyes or your lips, what's left? Your cheeks. So I've started applying these under my blushes, and the results, like, I love the results. So, like, for instance, right now, I'm wearing this Madly Magenta cream color base, and then on top of it, I'm wearing Matahari, and I think that just creates an excellent, like, combination, like, look to the face, and this will last and stay this vibrant for hours and hours. And so I think this will be a great base for any pinky or plummy colored blush that a person would have. And this Movie Star Red, I use this under Exhibit A whenever I wear it, and it does the same thing. It makes it look as vibrant 10 hours later as it did when I first put it on. And what prompted me to make this video is the fact that I recently had a birthday, and so when I went out with my friends, we were probably out for 8 hours, from like 7 to 3, and the next day when I was looking at the pictures that we had taken really, really late that night / early in the morning, I was amazed at how my blush looked. I was like, wow, my blush still looks like I just put it on. And I was surprised because I never get that. I can always tell, if I've had my blush on for a really long time, and it didn't look that way in those pictures. And I was very impressed in that, and I knew it was because I had used the cream and the powder together. But I mean, if you think about it, I guess it kind of makes sense because if you wear a liquid foundation like I do, most people set their liquid foundation with the powder, so why wouldn't you, if you're using a cream product as your blush, why wouldn't you put a powder on top of it? So, yeah. So in case you haven't tried that, or you didn't believe it like me, or you thought, oh, I already use a good quality blush, so I don't need to do that. I think really the only payoff you get from using a good quality blush is the fact that you get great pigmentation, and so you only have to use a small amount of the product, which you can see, like, I only have 3 blushes, and I've been using those for over a year, and I haven't made a dent in them. So, those are going to last me a real long time because they are good quality, but it doesn't mean like that the power or they're not going to be as vibrant unless you do something to help them stay and hold. And so if you haven't tried the cream and powder combo, I would recommend it. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be this particular base to go under it. This is just the only one that I've tried and used. So I'm a fan of the matte cream color bases, but I'm sure there are tons of others that'll work. But if you have any questions, comments, or anything, feel free to leave it below. And as always, thank you for watching.